Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Anybody else for?
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Friday to all. It is June 26th. Looking back at yesterday, not a good day, man. This has been a strange week. Yesterday it was the Tigers that did us in. That kid Melton went out there, pitched a gem. They did nothing offensively. Terrible game for the Tigers. Them guys pissed me off yesterday, man. Then the Yankees went out there and oh my goodness, this has been a strange week. It was a bad day yesterday. Bad reads on my part. But look, you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. It's Friday. We have a full slate of baseball here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook. The link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the videos, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into first game up. We got the Astros in Detroit taking on the Tigers. We got Arrieta on the mount for the Astros. We got Montero on the mount for the Tigers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Arrieta on the mount for the Astros. This guy started off the season looking amazing, but we're starting to see that regression from him. In his last 6 starts, this guy has pitched 22 innings, gave up 22 runs, has an ERA in that span of 5.56, hard hit rate sitting at 47%, walking a bunch of batters. Here today, he's going to see a Detroit Tigers lineup. They're cold offensively right now. They came out yesterday, did nothing with Imai. Even in their last 8 games, this team is only batting .217, slugging .380. So the bats are really cooling off here for Detroit. Looking at the breakdown for Arrieta, he is a fastball curveball pitcher. The one pitch this Tigers lineup has been struggling against this season has been the curveball. They have a lot of swinging misses against the curve. That's something that's going to work in Arrieta's favor, but there is 5 lefties in this lineup. That's something that's going to work against them. My overall expectations for Arrieta, he goes 5 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to an Astros bullpen. I thought was going to be the problem for them yesterday. They came in, shut down the Tigers, but the more important thing, they were able to rest a bunch of key arms. I like the arms available for Houston here today to come in this game and shut down the Tigers bats. On the other side, we got Kaider Montero on the mount. This guy's been surprisingly good this season, has a very good ground ball rate, very low walk rate. Seeing a Houston Astros lineup loaded with right-handed bats. This Astros team is hot right now. They're in their last 10 games played. This team is 7-3. They come into it in their last 10 hitting .252, slugging .415. So the bats have come alive of late. Overall, the Astros are playing really good. I can see Montero having a good outing though here today. Like I said, it's a primarily right-handed lineup. He has very good splits with righties. My overall expectations for Montero, he goes 6 innings, gives up a run, turns it over to a Tigers bullpen. They're also rested and they continue to play really well here. I see them coming in, shutting down these Astros bats. This game is out in Detroit. It's going to be a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. There is a small gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Tigers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total is set at 9. I do like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Kerry Carpenter of the Tigers to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Reds in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. We got Andrew Abbott on the mount for the Reds. We got Paul Skeens on the mount for the Pirates. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Andrew Abbott on the mount for the Reds. This guy started off the season, he was looking absolutely terrible. Then towards the end of May, he hit a switch. He got back to the regular form that we know him in. When he was struggling at the top of the year, the strikeout numbers were really low. 4.5 Ks per 9 innings, hard hit rate up above 45%. But ever since he hit that switch and he's gotten back to form, the strikeout numbers have close to doubled. He's averaging 9.5 Ks per 9 now. The walk rate is very low, hard hit rate sitting below 35%. Got a decent ground ball rate as well. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Pittsburgh Pirates lineup that is struggling to hit left-handed pitching this season. They're one of the worst teams in the majors when it comes to hitting lefties. Not to mention all the best bats are left-handed bats in this lineup. Andrew Abbott has very good splits versus left-handed bats. Fastball topping out around 99 miles per hour right now. I'm expecting Abbott to come out here, have a quality start where he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, turns it over to a Reds bullpen. I still don't have full trust in. Granted, they've been playing much better of late, but I could still see them coming in this game, giving up a run. On the other side, we got Paul Skeens on the mount. Comes into this game 6-7, terrible record, but when you do a dive into his numbers, the numbers aren't that bad overall. He has a really low whip, low hard hit rate, sitting below 30%, good strikeout numbers, low walk rate. Seeing a Cincinnati Reds lineup top 10 in the majors when it comes to striking out right now. In Paul Skeens' last few starts, he's averaging over 7 Ks. I'm expecting Paul Skeens to come out here today and deal against this Pirates team. Not to mention it's a home start for him where he plays much better in his career up to this point. I see Skeens bouncing back here today, going 7 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Pirates bullpen that also continues to play mediocre, but are also starting to play a bit better here in the last week. I see them coming and shutting the door on the Reds bats. This game is out in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a bit more, I want to say neutral. There's a small gust of wind blowing from the diamond to left field, but more towards foul territory, which is going to help the pitchers. Let's get to the picks. The Pirates are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I actually got this a 4-2 game for the Pirates. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Brian Reynolds of the Pirates for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Nationals in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. We got Alvarez on the mount for the Nats. We got Rogers on the mount for the Orioles. All right, getting into this one here, we got Alvarez on the mount for the Nationals. This guy's been really good for them this season. Comes into it with a 130 whip. ERA sitting at 130 as well. Has a good ground ball rate and a good strikeout rate. Here today, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup loaded with right-handed bats. Granted, on the season, it's a short sample size. Alvarez has decent splits versus righties, but this Orioles team is going to be able to stack the right-handed bats here today. They're projecting 8 righties in the lineup. I'm expecting Alvarez to struggle a bit. Not to mention the Orioles lineup, the last 7 left-handed pitchers they've seen, they torched them. They're batting .273 in those games, slugging .480. They've been absolute. They saw Aldehiri last week in Los Angeles, put up like 6 runs on him. Here today, back at home, where they've been playing much better on the season. I see Alvarez coming out here today, struggling against this Orioles lineup. My expectations, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 to 4 runs, turns it over to a Nationals bullpen. We're starting to see that old Nationals bullpen from last season. They blew every single game in that Phillies series. I don't know if it was just a matchup or they're really starting to regress. Can everybody in the bullpen be regressing at the same time? Because that's what's happening right now. Anyways, in this game, I see the arms coming out of this bullpen, coming in this game, still giving up a run or so as well. Look, on the other side, we got Trevor Rogers on the mount. He was absolutely terrible to start off the season. ERA sitting above 7. Then they put him on the IL for a bit. Since he came off the IL, he's starting to show some progress. The last start against the Dodgers, he pitched 7 scoreless innings against them. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup, one of the best teams in the majors when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. They just stomped on Christopher Sanchez yesterday, put up 5 runs on him. Here today, Trevor Rogers, a slider fastball pitcher. This Nationals lineup matches up very well against his pitch mix. I'm expecting him to struggle a bit in this game. In this one, I'm expecting a Nationals team that hits much better in their road games this season to come out, get to Trevor Rogers. My expectations for Rogers, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to an Orioles bullpen that's rested coming into it. Not to mention they've been playing decent of late. I still see them coming in, giving up a run as well, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather in this game, it is going to be a bit much. Well, you know what? It is going to be a pitcher-friendly game because it's 10 to 12 mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond, 80 degrees at start, close to 80 degrees. Let's get to the picks. The Orioles are the betting odd favorites in this game, and it's a split. It's not as close as it would seem. I actually like the Nationals in this game. Give me the Road Dogs here on the money line. The game total set at 9. I got this a 6-5 game for the Nationals. I like the over 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking James Wood of the Nationals for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Rangers in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. We got Eovaldi on the mount for the Rangers. We got Corbin on the mount for the Jays. All right, getting into this one here, we got Eovaldi back on the mount for the Rangers. This guy's numbers overall look decent, but when I take a look deeper, I'm paying attention to 2 things. For one, it's that K rate. Last season, this was a guy that averaged close to 10 Ks per 9 innings. Right now, especially in these last 4 starts where he's really been struggling, he's only averaging 4.5 Ks per 9. Another thing, the hard hit rate's gone up. It's sitting at 46% coming into this game. He's giving up 1.8 home runs per 9 innings, which is towards the top of the league in home runs allowed. Even dating back to last season, he gives up a lot of home runs. So those are the two main things today. He's going to be seeing a Blue Jays lineup loaded with right-handed bats. That's going to work in Eovaldi's favor, but the slugging numbers and the home run numbers for this team has gone up in the last 2 weeks. That's something that's going to work against Eovaldi. And then the big thing for Eovaldi has been his command. The walk rate's going up right now. He has a very low ground ball rate, which is leading to less double plays, meaning he got to stay out there a bit longer on the mound, get to the bullpen a bit earlier. My overall expectations for Eovaldi, he goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, turns it over to a Rangers bullpen that's highly taxed coming into it. I don't like the arms available for Texas in this one. I see them coming in this game, giving up another 2 runs. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Patrick Corbin on the mound. This guy was looking decent to start off the season, but he's fallen off a cliff of late. In his last 3 starts, he has an ERA sitting at 9.20, hard hit rate sitting at 53%. Fortunate thing for Patrick Corbin, today he's going to be seeing a bottom 5 team in the majors versus left-handed pitching. This team is only batting .210, slugging .205, .305 I should say. Not to mention, when I look at the overall breakdown for him, there's only one guy I worry about for him, and that's Wyatt Langford. Outside of that, I see Patrick Corbin, who's a sinker ball pitcher, coming out here today, having a really good outing, turning it over to a Blue Jays bullpen. Taxed as well, but I like the arms a bit more than I like the arms than the inside of the Rangers bullpen. So I'll give the advantage to the Blue Jays late in this game. It's up in Toronto in the Dome, so there's no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Okamoto of the Blue Jays to hit a home run today. Alright, next up, we were supposed to be doing the Phillies-Mets game. I see the Mets just fired their general manager. They still haven't announced the starting pitcher in this game, so when they do, I'll put the play in the pinned comments. Next up, we're going to be in Boston. We got the Yankees in Boston taking on the Red Sox. We got Will Warren on the mound for the Yankees. We got Peyton Toley on the mound for the Red Sox. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Will Warren back on the mound for the Yankees. This guy's looked shaky in his last few outings. The one thing I'm paying attention to, Will Warren's one of these pitchers that throws a wide arsenal of pitches. 4+ pitches is what he throws. One of the key pitches he does throw is his sinker. Towards the beginning of the season, the sinker was moving really good. He was getting a lot of ground outs. In his last 4 starts, the movement has not been there on the sinker. He's getting a lot of hard hit balls off of that sinker, as well as giving up a few home runs. Here today, fortunately for him, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup in the last 10 games played as one of the worst teams in the majors versus right-handed pitching. We saw them in yesterday's game put up 5 runs off of Cam Schlittler. 4 of those runs were unearned. All of them came off of a Rosario error. I think it was like the 4th or 5th inning. Had it not been for that error, this Yankees team would have probably won 2-1 yesterday. Anyways, getting back to this game here today for Will Warren. Like I said, the Red Sox offense, still one of the worst when it comes to hitting right-handed pitching. I'm expecting Will Warren to have a quality start here today. Go 6 innings, give up 2 runs, turn it over to Yankees bullpen. They're rested coming into it. They've been playing a bit mediocre of late, though. I still see them coming in, giving up a run as well. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher, Peyton Toley. He's been good of late. Fastball sitting at 100 miles per hour, has a decent sinker he's working in. The first start he made on the season was against this Yankees team in Yankee Stadium. In that game, he struck out 11 batters, has very good K rate, very low walk rate. That's one thing I like about him. Another thing I do like, he has a good pop fly rate. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup. Besides the game with Toley yesterday, they have been getting to lefties of late, and their last 15 games played, they're batting .260, slugging .420 versus left-handed pitching. You got Paul Goldschmidt, Rosario, Caballero, all these guys hitting lefties very well right now. I'm expecting Peyton Toley to have a similar start to Will Warren. Go 5 to 6 innings, give up 2 to 3 runs, turn it over to a Red Sox bullpen. Their tax coming into it still. I don't like the arms available for Boston late in this game. I see them coming in, giving up another run or 2. Looking at the weather in this game, we have a strong gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Ballpark Pal has this game projected as the best offensive game on the schedule here today. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Rosario of the Yankees for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Mariners in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. We got Castillo on the mount for the Mariners. We got Cantillo on the mount for the Guardians. Alright, getting into this one, we got Castillo on the mount for the Mariners. I don't know why Seattle is so headstrong on making this guy a starting pitcher. He should be working out of the bullpen. They got their 5 starters they need, but they're still trying to force Castillo as a starter in here. In this game today, he comes into it with an ERA up above 520, whip sitting close to 150, hard hit rate sitting at 43%. All the velocity on his pitches is down this season. He has not been good of late. In this game here today, he's going to be seeing a Guardians lineup stacked with left-handed bats. He has terrible splits versus lefties. The only thing that's going to sort of benefit Castillo in this game is that this Guardians offense is so terrible in general. They're still going to be down Ramirez, DeLautner, and Martinez. In the last 10 games played versus right-handed pitching, this team is batting .212, slugging .380. I'm expecting Castillo to come out here today and have a quality start, go 6 innings, give up 2 runs, turn it over to the Mariners bullpen. They got some good arms available for them to come in on the back end of this game, but they've been playing very mediocre of late. I could see them coming in this game, giving up a run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Joey Cantillo on the mount. The left-handed pitcher's been very solid for Cleveland this year. 4.05 ERA, whip sitting at 140. Good pop fly rate as well, low hard hit rate. Today, he's going to be seeing a Seattle Mariners lineup. In the last 10 games played versus left-handed pitching, they're the worst team in the majors. In those last 10 games, this team is batting 180, slugging .385. They've been absolutely terrible versus left-handed pitching. I'm expecting Joey Cantillo, like I said, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact, having a good outing here today. I see him going 6 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Guardians bullpen that's been playing very mediocre of late. They've been blowing some games. I see the arms coming out this pen, coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. Looking at the weather, the wind is going to be a bit circling. In this stadium, it has been favoring the pitcher this season. Not to mention this stadium in general has been very friendly to the under up to this point. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Seattle Mariners on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Cubs in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. We got Colin Ray on the mount for the Cubs. We got Jacob Misiorowski on the mount for the Brewers. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Colin Ray on the mount for the Cubs. He has some decent games, then he'll have some blow-up starts as well. Coming into this one here, the 2 things I'm paying attention to start it off, Colin Ray has terrible splits on the road this season. Pitches much better at Wrigley. At Wrigley, he has a 3.45 ERA. On the road this season, he has an ERA sitting at 5.05. Comes into this game struggling against left-handed bats in this Milwaukee Brewers lineup today to projecting to have 7 lefties in the lineup. I'm expecting Colin Ray, whose velocity and all his pitches are down this season, to get hit up in this game here today. My overall expectations, he goes 5 innings, gives up 3 to 4 runs, turns it over to a Cubs bullpen that's incredibly taxed coming into this one. Remember, they just played a doubleheader with the Mets, then had another game yesterday. Now on the road in Milwaukee, they are completely taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for Chicago coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. On the other side, we got Jacob Misiorowski on the mount. This guy's been dominant this season. Best strikeout pitcher in the majors. Seeing a Cubs lineup in the last 2 weeks, their strikeout numbers have been going up significantly. Not to mention Misiorowski saw this team once earlier in the year, pitched 6 scoreless innings in that game. My overall expectations for Misiorowski, he goes 6 to 7 innings, gives up a run, turns it over to a Brewers bullpen. Been playing very well of late. They're rested coming into it. I see them coming in, giving up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. This game is going to be in Milwaukee in the Dome, so there's no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Brewers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Bryce Durang of the Brewers for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Rockies in Minnesota taking on the Twins. We got Chagano on the mount for the Rockies. We got Taj Bradley on the mount for the Twins. Right, we got Chagano on the mount for the Rockies in this one. This guy's been the Rockies' best starting pitcher up to this point. At Coors Field, and all his numbers are highly inflated because of pitching at Coors. At Coors Field, he has an ERA close to 5, best ERA out of any of the starting pitchers on this Rockies staff at Coors. But surprisingly, the ERA stays exactly the same when he hits the road. In Minnesota here today, he's going to be seeing a Twins lineup. In the last 2 weeks, they've been the best team in the majors versus right-handed pitching. In the last 10 games played versus righties, this team is batting .272, slugging .483. They've been absolutely torching right-handed pitching. Shigano, a low-velocity pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. Hard hit rate's currently sitting at 43%. That is not a good spot to be in here today. Guys like Cody Clemens, Byron Buxton match up very well against them. My expectation for Shigano, he goes 4 to 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs, turns it over to a Rockies bullpen. They're rested coming into it, but they're still the worst bullpen in the majors. I still see them coming in this game, giving up another run or so. On the other side, we got Taj Bradley on the mound. He started off the season, he was looking amazing. Then he got hurt towards the end of May. Since returning, he has not been good. Hard hit rate sitting at 47%. In his last 4 starts, he has an ERA of .450. I mean, he's started to regress, but when I look at the matchup here today for him, he matches up very well against this Rockies lineup. For one, the first thing I got to pay attention to, the Rockies numbers drop offensively. Their numbers drop significantly when they hit the road. Not to mention Taj Bradley, a contact pitcher, pitches for a lot of groundouts. Matches up very well against this Rockies lineup. I can see Bradley coming out here today, having a quality start, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to a Twins bullpen that's also terrible on the season. I see them coming in this game, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side in my opinion. We have a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks here. The Twins are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 9. I like the over 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Byron Buxton of the Twins to hit a home run today. Next up, we have the Athletics in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. We got JT Ginn on the mount for the Athletics. We got Yurei on the mount for the Angels. Alright, getting into this one here, we got JT Ginn on the mount for the Athletics. This guy's been really good this season. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys remember this. Last month, he was in Los Angeles right here in this ballpark pitching against this Angels team. It was a 1-0 game going into the bottom of the 9th. He had a no-hitter going. He walked the first batter and then gave up his first hit, which was a 2-run home run in that game, and the Athletics lost 2-1. He only gave up a single hit in that game. Here today, first thing I'm paying attention to with JT Ginn, his splits on the road are amazing. He has an ERA sitting at 2.05 on the road this season. In his road starts, he has a whip sitting at 0.79. Coming into it, his hard hit rate on the year is at 33%. Seeing a lineup loaded with right-handed bats, he has very good splits versus righties. I'm expecting JT Ginn to come out here and deal today. My overall expectations, he goes 7 innings, gives up a run. The big problem is this Athletics bullpen. They're going to come in and just give up a bunch of runs. They're absolutely terrible. I see them doing the same thing here today. Once again, coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs after Ginn leaves. On the other side, we got Yurei on the mount. This guy's been really good this season. The one thing I'm paying attention to, though, with him is his walk rates. He's walking a lot of batters, but he is a ground ball pitcher. He gets a lot of ground outs, which is the walks have been getting saved by the double plays he's been getting. But that walk rate is still something I gotta pay attention to. It is something that can backfire on him in some of these starts. In this game here today, the first thing I'm looking at, he saw this Athletics lineup last week or 2 weeks ago. In that game, he pitched 6 innings, only gave up a run. In this matchup here today for him, he's at home where he pitches much better this season. He's had some blow-up starts, but they've all been on the road. At home, seeing an Athletics lineup that has been playing mediocre versus right-handed pitching of late. Not to mention this offense, when they hit the road, the numbers drop significantly. I can see Yurei coming out here today having a quality start, going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to an Angels bullpen. Just like the Athletics bullpen, they've been absolutely terrible. Granted, the Angels bullpen has been outperforming this Athletics bullpen, but I still see the arms for this Angels bullpen coming in this game, giving up another run or so. This game is going to be out in Los Angeles. It's going to be a bit hitter friendly. It's the second best offensive game on the schedule. According to Ballpark Pal, we have 8 to 10 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. Athletics are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the under 8.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Nick Kurtz of the Athletics to hit a home run today. Alright, final game of the day, we got the Dodgers in San Diego taking on the Padres. We got Roque Sake on the mount for the Dodgers. We got Walker Buehler on the mount for the Padres. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Roque on the mount. He's starting to show some progress here in the last month. Granted, he's still giving up some hard hit balls. He's still been struggling a bit with his command, but overall, he's been a bit better. In this game here today, fortunate for him, he's going to be seeing one of the worst offenses in the majors. Granted, in the last week, we've seen this Padres lineup come alive a bit. In this matchup here today for Roque, throws 3 pitches primarily, the fastball, splitter, and the slider. The slider and the splitter, this Padres lineup has been struggling to hit it this season. Not to mention those 2 pitches for Roque have been really good for him. I can see him coming out here today having success, going about 6 to 7 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Dodgers bullpen. They're rested coming into it. Not to mention they continue to play well here of recent. I see them coming and shutting down these Padres bats. On the other side, we got Walker Buehler on the mount. I can't decide if this guy's been the Padres' best starting pitcher this season. He comes into it with an ERA below 4, hard hit rate sitting below 33%. He has real low walk rates, decent strikeout numbers. Comes into this game here today, seeing a Dodgers lineup. They've been red hot offensively of late. Not to mention versus right-handed pitching. We just saw this team get to Joe Ryan. They stomped on Joe Ryan, facing Walker Buehler here today. A guy that's going to try to do similar things to Joe Ryan, try to keep the ball low, get some ground outs, then try to work the Ks. I don't see it being a good day here today for Walker Buehler. My expectations, seeing a Dodgers lineup rolling out 7 lefties, he's going to struggle in this game. Not to mention this Dodgers lineup has very good numbers against Buehler in their past matchups. I'm expecting them to come out here today, put up 4 to 5 runs on Buehler, turn it over to a Padres bullpen that continues to play mediocre here in the last 2 weeks. I see them coming in, giving up another run or so. Looking at the weather here today, it is going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side. We're going to have a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today are ourselves. We're going to be restarting our ladder play here today with a $10 bet, and we're placing that $10 bet on the Los Angeles Dodgers on the money line. We're getting them on the money line at -140. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 3-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays. We're then going to play Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins, and we wrap up the parlay with Nick Kurtz of the Athletics, a $10 3-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. All money line picks. We're going to start it off with the Detroit Tigers on the money line. We're then going to play the New York Yankees on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the Minnesota Twins on the money line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay. We started off with the Seattle Mariners on the money line. We're then going to play the Milwaukee Brewers on the run line. And we wrap it up with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line. Once again, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Friday. We made it. Let's get this weekend started off right. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.